I'm gonna try to get the lighting right. This is gonna be my entire autograph collection from like 6-7 years of going to conventions, private signings, whatnot. I'm gonna try to get everything in this video, every fucking 8x10 poster, like CDs, albums, everything I have signed. I'm gonna try to get in this video. It's gonna be long as shit, but I'm gonna work with it. I got Ian McCulloch stuff right here. This is a Zombie Holocaust shot. Pretty good. Got one from Zombie Flesh Eaters from Ian. This one right here from Zombie Holocaust. Yeah. Got Richard Brake right here. He says, "You exude a cosmic darkness." Good stuff. Suzanne Snyder from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. She said, "Popcorn? Why popcorn?" XO. This is fucking Robert Ressler. I can't remember this dude's name, but he's the Leatherface from the Netflix TCM flick. Yes, sir. Edward James Olmos. Great shot from Blade Runner. My mom got this for me, actually. Yeah, I was like, hey, by the way, you're talking to an Academy Award nominee for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Charles Cyphers, a great Death Wish 2 shot. Yeah, that's not the only one you'll see from Charles Cyphers. Freaking, what's his name? Daniel Roebuck from River's Edge. You'll see another one later on. Tom Waits from the Warriors. Ain't gonna change who we are because some little whore shakes her ass. Hell yeah. Cassie DePaiva from Evil Dead 2. Perfect. Garrett Graham. No, this is not Garrett Graham. Sorry, this is Paul Williams, which is not the only one you'll see from him. You also see the same shot again later, signed by Garrett Graham. Phantom of the Paradise. Dream It Never Ends. You know what I mean? Jake the Snake Roberts. This one my dad got for me in North Carolina. Yep. Ken Foray, Devil's Rejects. You will see him later on my Dawn of the Dead poster, but yeah. I got videos and shout outs from him. One of Indiana's finest. I love Ken Foray. Doug Bradley, See You in Hell. Scott Taylor Compton. This was one of the last conventions I went to. Well, I've been to like 2 since then, but this was in like back in 2020. She was very nice. She wouldn't take her mask off, and she kissed me with her mask on. It was kind of funny. From H2. Michael Rooker, first time I ever met him back in 2018 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tombstone. Great shot. What's her name? Carla Gugino from Watchmen. She was very nice, very sweet. Yep. Michael Biehn. Great Tombstone shot right here. Oh, yeah. I have a few more to show later on. John Carpenter. This was a pre-order. I never met John Carpenter, but I've got his signature on here. It was like $30 extra for him to write my name, so I opted to just get his signature, and that is a fantastic shot of him guiding direction to Keith and Roddy during the infamous fight scene. Kiefer Sutherland. I remember meeting him. It was $80 just to get the ticket for his autograph, and then when we got up there, they were like, hey, by the way, you can give us 80 more. And some of my dad's buddies were his bodyguards that day. And yeah, I got this one. I got my DVD signed by him too, but I gave it to my little brother. What's her name? I can't remember her name. From something Megan Follows from Silver Bullet. This was an online pre-order. I didn't meet her, but it's a fantastic shot because those 2 boys are no longer with us. Andy Robinson. This was also an online pre-order, but my dad's met him and he said he's a badass dude. Great shot, the Scorpio Killer from Dirty Harry. Stephen Jeffries from Fright Night. I did not meet him, but my parents did. But I met pretty much the entire Fright Night cast, minus him. Yeah, great shot. Great shot. Lisa Wilcox, Elm Street 4, Dream Master. Evil will see itself, and it shall die. Nancy Loomis on Assault on Precinct 13. Perfect shot right there. Great poster. One of my favorite movie posters, man. Val Kilmer. One of the first celebrities I ever met. I remember just walking right up and be like, hey, yeah. Didn't have to wait in any line or anything. It was simple. Just he signed my shit and I walked away. Adrian King, Friday the 13th, speaks for itself. What's her name from Planet of the Apes? I can never remember. Linda Harrison, I think. Linda Harrison, Planet of the Apes. Great shot. Danielle Harris, I met her before this, but then my parents met her again and got this great photo for me. Happy Halloween. She gave me a little shout out video. I was actually in Korea at that convention. This is, what's her name? Deborah Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Great shot. What's her name? Lauren Marie Taylor. Friday the 13th, Part 2. My Cabin or Yours. Brown Panties. Jackie Earl Haley, Rorschach. Another Academy Award nominee. I remember meeting him. It was really awkward. He's a weird dude, but yeah. Oscar-nominated actor. Another Oscar nominee, Chris Sarandon. I said, can you write Welcome to Fright Night? He was like, of course I will. He was actually really chill. A lot of people say he's kind of a dick, but he was actually really nice to me. And it's one of my favorite autographs I have. This is the same convention in Louisville. Amanda Bierce, Fright Night, obviously. She gave my dad a shout out. What's his name? Fuck. William Ragsdale from Fright Night, obviously. Charlie Brewster, great shot. Judge Reinhold. I was gonna get a Beverly Hills Cop photo, but then I saw his Judge, my name is Judge photo, and I was like, I'll get that. That's a great shot. He didn't talk much at all, but he was a cool dude. One of like 4 autos I have from Tom Atkins, the _ Atkins. That's why God made Father's Day. Creep show. Today's Father's Day, by the way. Today's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to my father and all the other fathers out there. Another Tom Atkins from Night of the Creeps. Thrill Me. I always forget her name. Annabeth Gish from X-Files. My dad got this for me. He said she was very nice. Yep. Paul Brook from Return of the Jedi. This was just a last minute. I was like, you know what? I have a lot. This was one of my first conventions. I had a lot of cash in my wallet, and I was like, you know what? This looks like a nice man. So I walked up to him. We talked for a minute. He was a nice, just little old British man. He was also in like For Your Eyes Only, and he's been in a lot of stuff, but he was in For Your Eyes Only. I think he played Bunky. But yeah, good little Star Wars autograph. I'm glad I got it. The dude from Happy Death Day. What's his name? Fuck. He's at all he goes to every convention now, just walks around. I can't remember his name. Yeah, nice dude. Nice dude. The cigarette smoking man himself, William, what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. But cigarette smoking man from the X-Files. I remember I met him. I said, my name's Nethery. He goes, why do they call you Nethery? I was like, because my name's Jaden and it's a shitty name. And he's like, thank you, Nethery. Yeah, cigarette smoking man. He was a nice guy. This is like 5 years old now. This one I see Thomas Howell. My dream one day was to get Rutger Hauer on here, but of course Rutger passed away about a year later. But yeah, nice man. Joe Pantoliano, one of the funniest dudes ever. He was so nice. Got my Tales from the Crypt photo signed by him. He just wrote Joey Pants 2018, best wishes. My first Danielle Harris autograph when I met her back in 2018 at that same convention. Hatchet 3. Yep. Same convention, D. Wallace. I'll get another one I'll show later on the wall, but yeah. No Wimps. Ajax. James Remar. One of the first conventions I went to. Yep. He said he liked my last name, that's why I used to have people sign my last name on my autographs, because he said it was a cool last name. This one of the first ones I got. I wasn't even at this show. My mom and little brother were there. I got all the original voice actors for the Turtles. I also have them all on one of my DVDs. I have all but Rob Paulson. Where is Rob Paulson? I think this one right here probably. Yeah, that's Rob. Yeah, got this, and I got them all on a DVD. And I also have Rob Paulson's autograph on something else I'll show later. Lou Diamond Phillips. He didn't have any Young Guns photos, which was weird. This was years ago. And then I saw him again a few years later when I met Kiefer Sutherland, but he didn't have any Young Guns photos. So I got a Longmire. This one I had to get online because I never got anything signed by him whenever I was at those shows, but he passed away, so I wanted to get a Scott Wilson signature. It was like $50 on eBay, but it's certified and whatnot by Beckett. Rest in peace, Scott Wilson. You were a cool dude. Vernon Wells. This was an awesome one. Commando, Road Warrior, Weird Science. Yeah, it was really cool to meet Vernon Wells. Lynn Shay, I remember meeting her. She was a sweetheart. Just a sweet lady. Into the further we go. This is Steven. I forgot his name. Steven, last name starts with a G, like Gividon from Session 9. He also wrote the script. He was a really nice guy. Yeah. I love Session 9, by the way. This is Alan Oppenheimer from Westworld. Yeah. I got him on this, and I also have him on my Scooby-Doo DVD I'll show later from Reluctant Werewolf. I'm pretty sure he voiced the Mummy or the Wolfman in that one. But yeah, he was a nice, again, he's in his 90s now. He was like 88 years old when I met him. No, he was like 90, I think, 88 or 90. He was a sweet man. And I assume he still is. He's up there in age, but yeah. Alan Oppenheimer from Westworld. This is that same show. Adam Baldwin from Full Metal Jacket. You walk the walk, but can you talk the talk? I had to wait like 6 hours to meet this man, and he was kind of a dick. He made fun of me. He's like, "Are you from Indiana?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's only corn and woods here." I was like, "Shut the fuck up, dude. Just take my $40 and sign my fucking autograph." Meatloaf, I didn't get to meet him, but my mom met him. She told him all my music tastes. She's like, "He loves Deftones and he loves Pink Floyd." R.I.P. Meatloaf. This is that same convention. Lance Reddick. He passed away a few months ago. It's sad, I know. I miss Lance Reddick. I didn't get to meet him, but my mom did, and she said he was awesome. Emilio Estevez, this was an online signing. I didn't get to meet him, but he signed this for me. It was very expensive, and I also have him on a Maximum Overdrive on my wall. I'll show that later. Tom Morga. This is from that same company. They do the private signings. Tom Morga, Part 5, A New Beginning. I love Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, by the way, if you haven't noticed. This is years ago, Child's Play 2. I got Alex Vincent and Christina Elise. They were both very cool. Christina Elise was awesome. I'm pretty sure she liked me, man. I'm pretty sure she liked me. She's like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm 18. She's like, "Oh, you look so much older." I was like, "Thanks, ma'am." Thanks, ma'am. This is Malcolm McDowell. I did not meet him. This was from I forgot what the guy's name was. I think his name was Todd, but he had something called Cinema Utopia where he used to do signings and whatnot with people. And that's one of the last ones he did. Fucking hell. Jaden, fucking hell. Malcolm McDowell. Clockwork Orange. Beautiful. Jerry the King Lawler, I met him in Louisville like 2019 at a GalaxyCon. He was awesome. I love this picture. I used to have this on my wall years ago, but yeah. I love Jerry the King Lawler. Cary Elwes from Hot Shots. I almost met him back in 2017 when I met Val Kilmer, but they capped his line, so then I met him at that same convention in Louisville in 2019. It only took like 15 minutes. He was a nice guy. He talked to my mom, too. Good dude. I love him in everything. Saw, X-Files, Princess Bride, Hot Shots, Robin Hood. Yeah. Ione Sky. This was one of the first ever private signings I bought from, because I really wanted Ione Sky's autograph, and I've had this for forever, like 3 years. Yeah. Stephen Mott. I got a few from him. This is Monster Squad one. Suck on this, you son of a bitch. This is early Cinnamon one. Ted White. This was through his website years ago before he passed away. I still have the envelope that he sent this in. I don't know if it's him or Sean Clark, but yeah, this is him from Planet of the Apes, man. I remember it took just 2 weeks to get it in the mail. Like, this man I think he was 94 at the time. He was 94, and he signed my stuff and sent it to me. He didn't even put any padding. He just threw the photos, no protective sleeves, nothing. He just threw the photos in a paper envelope and sent it from Beverly Hills to Indianapolis. Yeah, I miss Ted White. I wish I would have got to meet him, man. Here's one of my 5 Charles Cyphers autographs. Again, I already showed the Death Wish 2 one earlier, but here's him in Escape from New York with Lee Van Cleef. I got a fuck ton more. Alright, Tyler Main, Halloween 1 and 2. He was a nice dude. I met him during COVID. Flash Gordon, he's been to so many. He was literally at El Paso Comic Con. I just saw him back in April, and he's gonna be here in Indy next weekend for Days of the Dead. He's everywhere, but I got this years ago. Yeah, my boy Flash Gordon. This is the first time I met, or the only time I met Kathleen Turner, but I have another one from her later, from somebody else. But yeah, Kathleen Turner, she was very nice. An Oscar nominee, man. I'll be taking this with me next week into Days of the Dead. I got Bill Moseley on here. I'm going to be getting Bill Johnson. And I should have gotten Tom Savini, because I met Tom Savini I've met him like 4 times since I got this. But yeah, I'm going to try to get him next weekend. And then Savini, because, you know, he did this and did that and did that. Worked on that. You know. Probably get him in a red. Probably have him writing a red up here. Put it on the wall. It's going to look nice. This was the second time I met Michael Rooker from Henry. Everybody's walking up there, clenching their Guardians and their Walking Dead photos. And I got my my Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer lobby card. I said, "Can you plug it in?" And he's like, "Yes, sir, I can." This is another guy who's passed away in the past. I think he passed away in February. Riku Browning from Creature from the Black Lagoon. He was old. He was already 90 when I met him, but yeah. He was a living legend, and he's still a legend, even though he's no longer with us. The fucking Creature from the Black Lagoon. Dennis Christopher, Faded Black. I talked to him for a good minute. He's like, "Your name's Jaden, like Jaden Smith?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he was saying how he asked like when my birthday was, and he didn't know when Jaden Smith was born, but he was trying to say that Will Smith copied my parents and shit. It was funny. Yeah. Dennis Christopher is badass. This is Kurt Angle. I remember I met him. He was kind of a dick. We had to wait a while, my little brother and I, and he was kind of just an asshole. I mean, it's still Kurt Angle though. This was from my mom. She went to Lexington. This was years ago, and I was sick and I couldn't go. But Creed Bratton from The Office, cool beans. She said he was funny. She met Oscar. She met Kate Flannery, the guy who plays Stanley. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Yeah. Cool beans. Here's my other Ted White from Starman. I miss Ted White. I love Starman, and I love Ted White. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, brother. Terry Farrell from Hellraiser 3. I got her on a Hellraiser 3 poster, but the ink didn't work, and it kind of fucked up. But it looks great on this 8x10. She was cool. Lou Ferrigno, he was a dick. It was only like $20 for this autograph, because my brother got one too, and he gave us a discount, but yeah. I didn't get a Hulk one. Wait, this Hercules or this Sinbad? I'm not even sure. I think this is Sinbad, yeah. I should have gotten a Hulk one just because, but, you know, I got this one to be different. Because I'm different. I can't think of her name. From, she's Robin Hood Men in Tights. Obviously, House 2, Pusklitz. John Ritter's widow. I can't think of her name, but yeah, she was very nice. We talked for a minute. Talked about House 2. Barbara Steele, another legend. I was really nervous when I met her, even though she was like in her 80s. She was sweet though. She was kind of sweet. Yeah. Barbara fucking Steele. I met Barbara fucking Steele when I was 19 years old. That's something that not a lot of people can say. Sarah, what's her fucking name? From Superman 1 and 2, Conan the Destroyer. I can't think of her name. Sarah something. But yeah, she was really funny. I told her about Puppet Master 3, and she was like, "Was I in a Puppet Master movie?" I was like, "Yeah." So I went to the Full Moon booth and had her sign it, and I gave it to my little brother. She got a kick out of that. And her manager, I forgot his name. The guy from Cool Waters Promotions or Productions or whatever, but yeah, she thought it was funny. Shawnee Smith from The Blob, she was really cool. She signed this for me right after they did the Scream Factory Blu-ray, so it was her first time watching the movie in like 31 years. So we talked for a minute about The Blob. Yeah, this one of the first Blob autographs she signed after she saw the movie for the first time in over 30 years. Rhoda Mitchell from Rogue and the Crazies remake, Silent Hill, Phone Booth. She was awesome. she said I was the first person to get a Rogue picture signed at our first ever convention, Horror Hound, Indianapolis, 2019. My other Carla Gugino autograph, Sin City. Badass. She's fucking badass. Shell Nielsen from Road Warrior. Again, fucking badass as ever. Just walk away. Lord Humongous. He was a badass dude. Terry Kaiser, Weekend at Bernie's. He gave me a free selfie. It was like, I think it was like $5 or $10 extra, but he's like, hey, you're a nice guy. Good kid. I was some 18-year-old kid talking to some guy in his late 70s, and he was like, yeah, I'll get a picture with you for free. But yeah, I love this autograph. John Cassier, the keeper himself. This since like 2018 years. Well, I guess a lot of that since 2018, but the same one. Vinnie Vincent, Kiss. He was really sweet. Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit, I guess, is what most people say, but he was actually really sweet at that convention. Vinnie fucking Vincent from Kiss. This one isn't even an autograph. He just wrote some stuff. Ken Sagos, Elm Street 4. Well, Elm Street 3 and 4. I got a picture with him, so I have proof that I met him, but I don't actually have his signature. He just wrote, I'll see you in hell, with he didn't even sign his name. Yeah, I love Kincaid, and I love Elm Street 3 and 4, so yeah, what can you do? Garrick Hagen, he kind of like persuaded me, and I was like, I'm low on money. He's like, come on, man. He's like, I need money too. I'm an old man. So, Biggs Darklighter from Star Wars. It was $40, and I was like, it's fucking Star Wars. He was in Star Wars. I'll give him $40 for his autograph. Hurry up, Luke. I can't hold him. It was worth it. Again, I was 17. I was a minor, and he's over there like, give me $40 and I'll sign this picture for you. I should have, I don't know. Booker T, Harlem Heat. Badass picture. Someday I'll get Stevie to sign it, hopefully. But yeah, one of my first autographs I got in person. This was right after that, like seconds later, I ran up to Kevin Nash. Got this one and this one. Yeah, love Kevin Nash. These are a couple ones I just got in the past couple months. This was when I was at the National Training Center at Fort Irwin. They had a private screening of Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, and we walked out of the movie early on just to get some fresh air, and he was outside. There's a Green Beret, I think it was the Garrison Commander and the Garrison Command Sergeant Major of fucking Fort Irwin guarding him. Just a Green Beret Colonel, full bird, and I just jumped by the Green Beret and was like, can you sign this for me? And he did. And this one was about a week later at El Paso Comic Con. Yep, Robert Allen Mukes from House of 1,000 Corpses. Nice dude, really nice dude. This was same convention, Michael Rooker, and I got him on my Slither DVD. Yep. All right, moving on. I had a whole another stack of 8x10s in another drawer that I forgot about. Here's Lance Kerwin, another guy who's no longer with us. He's in Salem's Lot. Great shot right there. I didn't get to meet him, my parents did, but R.I.P. Stephen, what's his name? Stephen McCaddy from Watchmen and Death Valley and History of Violence. Shoot him up. Good dude. Dean Ambrose, or whatever he goes by now, he was a dick. He was a dick. This is a private signing. Tom Noonan, RoboCop 2. This is actually from my little brother. It's got his little brother's name on there. And then I have one back here from Monster Squad. Yeah. Here's Garrett Graham. Used cars. Awesome stuff. Got a few more by him I'll show later. I can't remember her name. Frances Wynn, I think, from, Frances Wynn from Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and she was in some other stuff too, but yeah. I forgot I had this Donnie Doonigan. I met him, but I never actually got anything from him, so this was not in person. I met him in Louisville, but I think this was an online signing. I don't remember where I got it, like, who it was from, what company did it, but yeah, I forgot I had his autograph. Damn. Wow. This is from Son of Frankenstein. Look at him right there. This is in 1939, I think. Damn, I forgot I had that. Shit. Another one I forgot I had. Priscilla Presley. My parents got this for me. Naked Gun. Fucking Elvis's only wife. I got her autograph in my collection. My parents met her. That's pretty cool. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. My mom said he was a dick. I didn't meet him. I was too busy in fucking Korea, I think. Yeah, I was in fucking Korea. Here's Mother Kathleen Turner, serial mom. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, here's my April Fool's Day from Amy Steele. Yep, sure. Ha ha ha, very funny. Not! I love April Fool's Day to death. One of my all-time favorite fucking movies. Hold on, I got somebody texting me. Yeah, fuck it. Here's my other Amy Steele, Friday Part 2. Yep. There's someone in this fucking room. I love Friday Part 2 to death. Here's the guy who played Paul in Friday 2. I can't remember his name. John Fury is his name. It says right there. Yeah. Sorry, I got so much shit. I'm going to be seeing him next weekend. The guy who played Jeff, I can't remember his name, from Friday Part 2. Janine Taylor from Friday the 13th, OG, A Little Piece of Home, because I was on another continent when my mom got this, and she said she was a very sweet lady. There she is with Kevin Bacon. I can never remember her name. Kirsten Baker, from Part 2. My stack's falling over. This is the guy who was Braun Strowman. I can't remember his name now. He goes by something else, I think. But yeah. A wrestler. Jay Muse. What the fuck is the internet? Boo boo kitty. Love Jason Muse. The man, Jeff Anderson. I appreciate your service. You're awesome. My awesome? Y-O-U-R? Yeah. Awesome, dude. I love Clerks 2 to death. I got a shout-out video from this guy. I can never remember his fucking name. Jerry from Parks and Rec. He was in Logan Lucky. Yeah. I can never remember his name. Whatever the hell his name is. Jerry from Parks and Rec. This is one of many John Amplis autographs I have. As you can see, he's up there in age. He doesn't have the best handwriting. Actually, this might be one of 3 Amplis autographs I have, but I got one for my little brother. It's Father's Day, you know. I love Martin. Here's a Knight Riders one. I always forget his name. I talked to him on the phone. Gary something. I can't remember. I can't think of his name. Alan from Knight Riders. I love Knight Riders. That is, yeah, this is his first convention too. I wasn't there. I was about to leave for Korea. My parents were there, and I got to talk to him on the phone. Yeah, he was fucking badass when I talked to him. John Russo. I got this and a poster for $20, both of them. I'm gonna take that poster next week and get a bunch of people on there. Like all the surviving ladies from Night of the Living Dead are gonna be in Indy next week, Days of the Dead. And I'm gonna get them on that poster. But yeah, John fucking Russo. I got a bunch of Romero stuff coming up right now. You're Ralph Langer. I think it was $5. I think he was free, but he was saying if you donate to Alzheimer's, he'll sign shit for free. So I got like 3 autographs from him. I got him on my Day of the Dead poster. I got this shot right here. This is for my dad did this for me. That's how awesome my dad is. Then right here's a Greg Nicotero shot from Creepshow. I'm pretty sure that's from the new Creepshow. Yeah, this is not the only Greg Nicotero autograph I have. You'll see him later on a poster, but yeah. These were free, both of these autographs. I'm a George Romero fanatic, like, big part of my life, so anytime I get to get anything from anybody, any of his movies or anybody associated, it's always a big deal. Yeah. Chuck Gordon, who's Deborah Gordon's husband. She was she was one of the main feature. She was the main feature female zombie in Day of the Dead, but she was also I can't even tell who she is right here. So that's Sharon. What's her name? Is she the one on the ladder, or is that her down there? I don't know. But yeah, her and her husband from Dawn of the Dead. Zombies from Dawn of the Dead. I talked to them on the phone. I'm pretty sure I talked to the wife. I don't know if I talked to Chuck, but yeah, they were really cool. And then right here, you got a Marty Schiff, which I also want to get signed by Savini one day. Marty Schiff from Creepshow. He said they shot that scene on his 21st birthday, and they got fucked up with Ed Harris and shit, and Leslie Nielsen. Yeah. Marty Schiff's badass. This is, fuck, what's his name? Julian Glover. For Your Eyes Only. How many people have a For Your Eyes Only little mini poster signed by Julian Glover? Leah Thompson from Red Dawn. This was a private signing. I saw her at a convention one time, or maybe she canceled. I don't know, but yeah, this is a private signing. I just wanted to get this shot. It was like $60, and she put my name on there. Her and Powers Booth. I love Red Dawn. Love Leah Thompson. Love Powers Booth. Here, so the company that I got the Garrett Graham autographs from, it's GalaxyCon. It was a private signing. They messed up and had him sign 2 for me. 2 Phantom of the Paradise posters, and they're both like different. He wrote beef on both of them, but this one looks like shit. This one looks good. Yeah, so I have 2 of these, and he wrote my name on both of them. Yeah, how many people have 2 Phantom of the Paradise mini posters signed by Garrett Graham and 1 signed by Paul Williams? I gotta be the only one. This is fucking Don Bluth's autograph right here. Land Before Time. I didn't meet him, it was a private signing, but I have fucking Don Bluth's autograph on a Land Before Time poster. All right, now I'm going to move on to some 11x17, 12x18 posters and whatnot. First, Hellraiser 3, signed by Terry Farrell. Like I said, it didn't really... I don't know if it was her marker or the print itself, but yeah, it looks like shit. Yep. I'll be taking this one with me to Days of the Dead next week for Derek Mears, Jackie Earl Haley on my Alita poster, Gliwishka. He said this is the first Alita poster I ever signed. I was the first one. This is a grail for me. Hard Candy poster signed by Patrick Wilson, and Bone Tomahawk poster signed by Patrick Wilson. Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is, again, one of my many Tom Savini autographs that I have. From Dusk Till Dawn, Sex Machine. I was like, can you write Sex Machine on there for me, please? He's like, of course I will. Second of many times I met him. This is unsigned. Get this bad boy. Hot Fuzz, signed by Nick Frost. This was a private signing. He was supposed to be at, I think, 2 conventions I've been to. I know at least one, but he had to drop out. This wasn't that expensive either. It was like $50. He put my name on there. I was like personalization. Yep. Hold on, I got some shit over here. Night of the Living Dead, signed by John Russo. Again, I'm gonna add Judith O'Day and Judith Ridley and the little girl. They're all gonna be at that convention next week. Pretty sure. I don't know if John Russo is gonna be there, but yeah. I already have him on here though, but yeah. I'm gonna be filling this up next weekend. Up next is John Bernthal as Griff and Baby Driver. I used to have this on my wall, but I took it down. I got another one of him up on my wall though, that I'll show later. Yeah, John Bernthal is badass. This is another really awesome one. This was an in-person one. Rose McGowan, Planet Terror, Grindhouse, Cherry Darling. Yeah. She didn't have any photos at her table, so she had nothing at all, so I had to go up to a vendor booth, and I bought this. This is the only one he had. Yeah. And then I remember she was out smoking on that Sunday of the convention. She was smoking a cigarette when my ride was arriving. I talked to her for a minute. I was like, I'm talking to Rose McGowan. I should have bummed a Lucy off her. That would have been an even better story, but yeah. Fucking Rose McGowan. I got one more poster right here. Malibu's Most Wanted, signed by Jamie Kennedy. Be Rad G. Don't be hating. Alright, now I'm gonna grab, I'll probably grab like VHS tapes and records and DVDs and shit now. BRB. Alright, what to show first? I'll show a book. One Day at Horrorland, signed by R.L. Stein. This was cheap. It was from a private signing. Didn't get to meet him, but yeah. I got One Day at Horrorland signed by R.L. Stine. Now I'll move on to, here's an album. Jimmy Page's Death Wish 2 soundtrack signed by Charles Cyphers. Unbeatable. How many Charles Bronson, Jimmy Page, or Charles Cyphers fans can say they have this album signed by Charles Cyphers? Pictures of him signing it. Like, I have a picture with him and my mom. He's holding this up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here's an unsigned rock and roll alternative vinyl. Just thought I'd show that. Here's my River's Edge laserdisc signed by Daniel Roebuck. That photo I showed earlier that he signed was free. But yeah. I have a River's Edge laserdisc. I don't even have a laserdisc player, and I never will. And I'm pretty sure this is my only laserdisc, and it's signed by... It's signed by Daniel Roebuck. He said, "Let's take some dates to the River's Edge. God bless." Pretty badass. Pretty badass, if you ask me. All right, now I'll move on to VHS tapes. Here's my Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, signed by Adrienne Barbeau. I was the second person to get this signed by her because a guy further in front of me had a big box clamshell VHS. And I brought this one. I bought specifically to get signed by her. Yeah, Adrienne Barbeau's signature on Scooby-Doo Zombie Island VHS. How many guys have this one? Tommy Lee Wallace on Fright Night Part 2. We were like, why is there no Blu-ray? We literally talked about that exhaustingly. Tommy Lee Wallace's signature on a Fright Night 2 VHS. I don't know anybody who has that. This is another one. I bought this for Clu Gulager this was like 4 years ago. I fucking bought this for Clu Gulager. And before he passed away, he was done doing conventions. I tried getting his autograph through private signings, but then his son John had to cancel those, so I never got his autograph. I never got Clu Gulager's autograph. But I did have this Hunter's Blood VHS, and it is signed by Charles Cyphers, who was, I'm pretty sure he's the bartender, or he works at the bar in Hunter's Blood. But yeah, check that out. That's pretty cool. It's not a great sign, but not a lot of people have this tape, and I don't think anybody on earth has a Hunter's Blood VHS signed by Charles Cyphers except for me. It was for Clu Gulager, but it ended up getting signed by Charles Cyphers, and I hope one day I can get like Billy Bob Thornton. What if I get Billy Bob Thornton on here? Like, that would be astronomical. This is whenever I was in Korea and my mom met Rob Carlson. I got my Biker Mice from Mars VHS signed. He said, "Rock and roll, throttle." Rob Carlson. He made a little shout out video for me and everything. Yeah. The first 3 episodes. This might be the same copy, not the same copy, but this might be the same tape I ran when I was a kid. When I first heard about the Biker Mice from Mars, I was like, I don't know, 7 years old. I couldn't even read, and I said, "What does that say?" My mom said, "It's Biker Mice from Mars," and I saw these 3 mice riding motorcycles. I was like, that looks like a badass show. And I got the tape, and now it's signed by the guy who plays Throttle. Yep. This is my last, no, I have one more later. This is one of my last Tom Atkins autographs. Because the first time I met him, he was a dick. He was a fucking dick when I first met him. But whenever I met him this time, we talked about Ninth Configuration for like 10 minutes. And at the end of that conversation, he told me, he's like, "But the movie is dog shit. It sucks." And he was telling Adrienne Barbeau how bad Ninth Configuration is. And I was so mad because he said he's never signed a piece from Ninth Configuration. No posters, no photos, no DVDs, Blu-rays, nothing. I brought him a VHS tape of Ninth Configuration, and he signed it for me. And we talked about the movie for a while, and then he started shitting on it. I was like, bruh, I know you're in your late 80s, but you're an old man, but bruh, This was one of your first movies. If it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have been in fucking Creepshow and fucking The Fog. Well, no, this was after The Fog. Never mind. You probably wouldn't have been in Night of the Creeps and Lethal Weapon and Striking Distance, man. But yeah, ninth configuration signed by Tom Atkins. This is the only one in existence. Weird Science. Yep. Elon Mitchell Smith. My little brother got this 4 years ago. It was June 10th of 2019 at Indie PopCon. I got this tape for free, but my little brother got this signature for me. And then last year, my mom met Anthony Michael Hall. So I have Anthony Michael Hall and Elon Mitchell Smith on my Weird Science. I would have gotten Robert Russler and Vernon Wells, but I don't want to mess. I just want to have the two main kids on my Weird Science VHS. Alright, I'm pretty sure those are all my VHS tapes I've signed. And now I'll go on to DVDs, just, you know, going through the cycle of physical media. Planet Terror signed by Michael Biehn. I was going to get Rose McGowan on here, but Michael Biehn kind of signed over her body instead of like down here. I know, an asshole, am I right? Yeah. I want to get Tom Savini on here one day too, but yeah. Planet Terror signed by Michael Biehn, the sheriff. Very cool. I don't know how many of these exist. This is my Moontrap DVD signed by Walter Koenig. He said he'd never signed it before. This was in 2019. He said I was the first one to ever bring him any Moontrap media. This might still be the only one, and he's like 87 years old, 88 years old, 89 maybe. This might be the only existing copy of Moontrap signed by the main actor. And I might get Bruce Campbell on here someday, because he's on the cover. I need to watch that movie again too, because Moontrap's actually pretty good. This is a special piece. Intruder. I met Ted Raimi in 2018, and he signed this for me. He wrote J, because I said my name's Jaden, and he wrote J-A-Y. I said, just stop, just put J. So he said, you're dead, pal. And then a couple months later, at Horror Hound, my little brother met the guy who played Bill, of course, Danny Hicks from Evil Dead 2, and he's in a lot of Sam Raimi stuff, but yeah. My little brother met him, and he wrote Jade. He forgot to put the N. My name's J-A-D-E-N. He put Jade. And he's no longer with us. He passed away in 2020. I saw him in person, but I never spoke to him. But I have my DVD signed by him, and he didn't even. Neither of these are even my name. My name is Jaden, and he wrote Jade, and he wrote J. Bruh, I love Intruder. It's a great slasher movie. If you like slasher movies, watch Intruder. It is awesome. This is another sad one. Devil's Rejects. I got Bill Moseley on here, but first off, I got Sid Haig right before he passed away. Last time I saw Sid Haig was July 2019, and he passed away September of that year. Yeah, I have his autograph on this DVD, and I also have, you know, Bill Moseley. I could have gotten William Forsythe. I could have gotten Robert Mukes. I could have gotten Ken Foray. But I never wanted to. I just want to have these two. And then maybe if I ever get to meet her, I'll have her sign this. But for the time being, my Devil's Rejects belongs to Sid and Bill. Here's my Friday 5 DVD, signed by Dick Weand, who played Roy/Jason. I saw him, but this was 2019. I got sick, and I had to go out to the car and like lie down, so my mom got him to sign this for me. So yeah, I met him, but I didn't get to, like, you know, witness him signing my DVD of Friday Part 5. And here's my Part 6 DVD signed by CJ Graham. I met him twice, because I got him to sign my little brother's poster. But I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, this was 2019. Yeah, I met him in 2019 and 2020. I got him on this DVD, and you'll see Blu-ray later on signed by him. CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees from Jason Lives. Okay, and Dawn of the Dead, signed by Tom Savini. This is my original DVD I had from when I was 12 years old. Yeah, my favorite movie of all time, by the way, if you don't know that. Werewolf, American Werewolf in London, signed by Michael Carter, who played Gerald Billingsley. He got killed in the subway. And David Naughton. I don't know anybody else who has this guy's autograph on this movie. Ninja Turtles Season 10, signed by everybody except for Rob Paulson. You got Cam Clark, Townsend Coleman, Barry Gordon. Yep. Feast, no Clue Gallagher, but I do have the sound editor. He's like a 7-time Oscar nominee. Got him on here. Tom Holland on Fright Night. Again, one of my favorite movies ever. One of my childhood favorites. I remember my dad showing this to me and I freaked the fuck out. He signed my original DVD. I've had this since I was like 8, maybe 9 years old, maybe 10 at the most, 8, 9, 10 years old. And when I was 18 years old, the director signed my Fright Night DVD. I think that is just fucking awesome. Brain Scan, signed by Edward Furlong. When I met him, he like thanked me. He said, "You are a fan. Thank you for being a fan. You don't like me because of Terminator 2. You like my acting." And I was like, thank you. Even though I like him because of Terminator 2, but yeah, he signed my Brain Scan DVD. He was a really cool dude. This is another, I was the first one to have a Neon Maniacs DVD signed by fucking Andrew Devoff. Very cool. That was during COVID. My Tombstone DVD, signed by John Philbin and Billy Zane. John Philbin was that was actually at Monroeville Mall in Pennsylvania, so that's pretty cool. Billy Zane was cool too. Now I'll move on to Blu-rays. This is Miracle Mile, signed by Denise Crosby, obviously from Pet Sematary and whatnot, but yeah, got her on Miracle Mile. I didn't meet her. Again, it was my mom. My mom told me that she said she'd never signed Miracle Mile before, so that's another one of a kind, because that was like a year ago. Class of 1999 Vestron, signed by Bradley Gregg, who played Cody, of course. He was also in Dream Warriors, Stand By Me, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, Explorers, whatnot. Yeah, I don't know how many of these exist with his signature on it, but he signed mine. Here we got Harley Davidson, The Marlboro Man, signed by Tom Sizemore. How many of these exist? Probably not many. He's no longer with us. He said, "Thank you for your service." I love Tom Sizemore and I miss him dearly. Yes, sir. Here's a PS3, my only PS3 game, Batman Arkham City, signed by the guy who played Solomon Grundy. His name's Fred Tatascola or something like that. Fred something. Yep. Arkham City. Here's my other Tom Sizemore autograph. I got him on True Romance. One of my favorite movies ever. I love True Romance. Stone Cold, signed by William Forsythe. Pretty fucking awesome. This was free, so like my parents gave him the $60 and then he gave it back because they were like, yeah, he's in Korea and he can't be here today, so he signed it for free. Stone Cold is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Stone Cold, just watch Stone fucking Cold. Here's my Firewalker Blu-ray, signed by Lou Gossett Jr. I saw Chuck Norris in person once, and I almost gave him a fist bump, but I never met him. But I do have Lou Gossett Jr. on Firewalker. How many other people have that in their collection? I don't know. Here's my other CJ Graham autograph I was talking about earlier. Highway to Hell, Hell Cop. I could have gotten Christy Swanson on here too. I've met her twice, but I never actually was like, I don't want to spend the money right now. But one day I'll get Christy Swanson on Highway to Hell. One day. Here's another sadder one. The Guest, signed by Lance Reddick. I love this movie, and I love Lance Reddick. There he is right there. He passed away when I was gone a few months ago, and it was sad, man. It was sad. Here's another rare one. Hardware, signed by Dylan McDermott. This is like a $60 Blu-ray, and with his signature on there. Maybe not with my name on it, but with his signature, it's got to be pretty rare. And with my name on it, that's got to be one of a kind, because, yeah. The Amazing Mr. No Legs, signed by Riku Browning, the director. The creature from the Black Lagoon himself. The only feature film he ever directed. I have his autograph on this Blu-ray that came out right before I met him, and now he is dead, so this might also be the only one in existence. Oh, man. Here's my Aliens Blu-ray, signed by Carrie Henn, Rico Ross, and Michael Biehn. Newt, Frost, and Hicks, respectively. This is a neat one. Dog Day Afternoon, signed by Lance Henriksen. This is the only Lance Henriksen autograph that I have. He was like, "Hey, this is my first movie." I was like, "Yeah, I know. It is your first movie. That's why I brought it." And I think it looks great. I should have gotten Chris Sarandon on here too, but I don't want to fuck it up. Look at that. It's fucking beautiful. Clerks 2, signed by Brian O'Halloran. He said, "You never go ass to mouth." He was a funny guy. I have his business card somewhere in one old wallet or some coffee mug sitting around somewhere. Hatchet 2, signed by Adam Green, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd. I'll probably retire this one. Yeah. I actually bought this at a Fort Hood PX, if you can believe me. Yeah. Hatchet 3, signed by Kane, Adam Green. He said, "Scream, bloody gore." And I also have Sid Haig down there. Rest in peace. That's my fingerprint and his autograph, by the way, because he signed it and I took it from his table like this. So yeah, my fingerprint is on the late great Sid Haig's autograph. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I got Victor Crowley, just signed by Adam Green. It was free. Stay out of the swamp, or stay out of his swamp. And I'm pretty sure this is my last. Oh no, I got one more. Fuck, I got more shit I gotta go through. Goddamn. This is my Digging Up the Marrow Blu-ray, signed by Ray Wise and Adam Green. These were signed 4 years apart. This one and this one. Yeah. All right, I'll be back. I have so much more shit I gotta show. So give me a minute. This is like the last piece of physical media I have. This is Paul Williams on Baby Driver. The butcher himself. This is like, I think 3 weeks old, or 2, 3, 4 weeks old. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna move on to shit. I got a lot of shit on my walls I'll go through, and that might be it. BRB. Moving on, I got my Graveyard Shift stuff right here. I got Andrew Devoff, Brad Dourif, and Stephen Mott. I have a Chase 12x16 signed by Christy Swanson. Maybe one day I'll get Charlie Sheen on there. I don't know. Moving on over here, I've got a Living Dead Weekend 85. This is a couple years ago. This was Tasso Stavlakis' banner behind him. And he cut out pictures of Greg Nicotero, or maybe Greg Nicotero did it, and taped them to the thing. They both signed it. I think my dad paid like $20 for this. Like they did all this for me. Greg and Tasso. Yeah. Pretty awesome. I gotta go all the way over here now. It's got some 8x10s here. Got this Cujo one with Dee Wallace and Danny Pintero, who played Tad. I got Phil Anselmo from Pantera. That's a pretty badass one. This is a private signing. Gillian Anderson, I didn't meet her. Nev Campbell, I did meet her a little over a year ago. Over here I got Russell Todd from Friday Part 2 and Shopping Mall. Here's my last Charles Cyphers one. Starker from Precinct 13. Emilio Estevez on a Maximum Overdrive picture. Tim Curry, one of the first ever private signings I contributed to. And Daryl Dixon himself up there. Got a lot more posters over here. Hold on, my hands are getting tired. I gotta keep switching over. This Deliverance poster signed by Ronnie Cox. I got my Dawn of the Dead poster. Main one on there is Ken Foray, but I also got like, I think his name's Paul Musser, like that guy right there. He's on there. Sharon Hill. I got Tom Sweeney's niece, who was like the little girl who jumps on top of Ken. Right, Melissa Dunlap. I got a fuck ton of zombies. I got David Crawford, he plays the doctor at the beginning on the TV. Dr. Foster, yeah. Bob Michelucci, yeah. I think it looks good. Over here, I got my Escape from New York poster. I gotta put my knee on my bed real fast for this one. It's got Dick Warlock, Nancy Stevens, Adrienne Barbeau, and Tom Atkins. I'm probably gonna retire this one just because I don't want anything happening to it. I got my Day of the Dead poster right here, signed by pretty much the entire living cast. I also got John Harrison on there. I got Ralph Langer on there. I got Tasso Stavakis, I got Greg Nicotero on there, Laurie Cardille, John Amplis. Yeah, pretty awesome. That's probably my holy grail. My Creepshow poster, I got a lot on it too. I got John Amplis, I got Marty Schiff, I got who else? I got Adrienne Barbeau, I got Daryl Ferrucci, who played Fluffy. Yeah, I got John Harrison on there. Yeah, I love Creepshow to death. Who's this up here? Oh, that's what's his name? Gornick, Michael Gornick. I got my Burning. Oh no, sorry. I got Big Shop Little China signed by Dean Kundi. I got The Burning signed by Savini, Daryl Ferrucci, and Lou David. Here's my Jason Lives poster. I got signed by Alice Cooper and Tom Matthews. Here's my Shot Caller poster, which I got signed by John Bernthal. Here's my Jaws poster, signed by Richard Dreyfuss, the little boy who gets eaten. I can't remember his name. And the chick from the beginning who gets eaten. Whatever her name is, I can't remember. Here's Malin Ackerman, 11x17, when I met her from Watchmen. And then I also brought a Final Girls poster that she signed for me. It looks pretty fucking good. Here is another great so I got like 5 Watchmen autographs. So this is my last one. This is fucking Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Looks pretty fucking badass. This was through CPA Authentics. I did not get to meet him, but that's a pretty badass fucking poster. My Return to the Living Dead poster, I got like 5 names on there. Yeah, looks pretty good if you ask me. Got some other ones up here. I got Rainn Wilson. These are all private signings. I didn't meet any of these people. I got Rainn Wilson up here on a Super 8x10. I got Lewis Teague on my Alligator 8x10. I got Jessica, I can't think of her name. She was Sonya Blade, the new Mortal Kombat, and she was one of the leads right there on the right in Blackwater Abyss. I got that because I saw that at the drive-in, and I thought it was a really good movie, so I thought, I was like, might as well get her autograph. I got David Frankham on Return of the Fly. He signed this when he was like 96, and I'm pretty sure he's still alive. He's way up there in his 90s. Yeah, like 97, 98 maybe. All right, that should be 99.9% of my autographs. And I noticed over here I also have an Xbox game that I forgot to show. Hold on, let me grab this. Evil Dead Regeneration signed by Ted Raimi. Boom. Sam himself. I'm tired. I've been talking for a while. I need to drink some water. I'm pretty sure those are all my autographs. Thank you for sticking it out this long. Peace.